Welcome to the Rebel to Succeed podcast. It's your boy, Anthony Williams, the founder of RebelToSucceed.com. The purpose of this podcast is to share tips, advice, and strategies to help you improve in all areas of your life. My mission is to make a positive difference in your life to help you live your best life. Now let's get it. What up, good people? It's your boy, from Rebel to Succeed, coming at y'all with another podcast episode. Today in this podcast, first I wanted to start off by saying that your boy has, I came up with some consistency plan on this podcast, man, because I understand that I need to be a bit more consistent for you guys. I'm giving you some awesome content, some good advice. And I'm going to be putting out a weekly podcast every Tuesday for you guys. So we have like a concrete schedule, and we know, we just know when we can, meet up and continue our relationship. I want to be a bit more consistent for all of my listeners, for all of the people who do listen to this podcast. So so look for an episode every Tuesday of the week, and that'll be like our little get together time. Probably some time in the midday. I'll probably put all my episodes out for you guys. Don't have a specific time, but I know a specific day is going to be every Tuesday. So in this podcast episode, I really didn't have a specific thing that I wanted to talk about. I really just wanted to, I guess vent a little bit about, just share some things that was on my mind as far as, just being true to yourself. I know there's a lot of people who kind of put on an act, and they kind of they kind of just they don't really be themselves. They don't stay true to themselves. They kind of fake the funk. What I'm beginning to learn is I'm learning how to be a bit more, just not really care what other people think about me. You know what I mean? I really don't see that as a problem for me, but I feel like I'm just getting a bit, I'm getting to a point in my life where I really just don't care what people think about me. I really want to be true to myself. There's only a select group of people who I really care of what they think of me, and that's my immediate family. And I feel like that's kind of like a superpower. Once you get to that point in your life to where as though you do what makes you feel happy, and you don't care what other people have to say about it. You become in a, how can I put it? You become in a certain state to where as though you're at your best. I feel like people are at their best when they don't worry about what others have to say or think about them, and they just be true to themselves, do what makes them happy. And ultimately, I feel like that's how God created us to be. You know what I mean? Just to be us. You know what I mean? Be you. You're your best when you are yourself and when you're working in your own element. So, I encourage you guys to be true to yourself, man. Be true to yourself. There's a lot of people out there who fake the funk, who don't be true to themselves, who they do what other people think they should do. They're always taking advice from everybody else. They're always, following the crowd or following somebody else. Now, there's nothing wrong with learning from people, but what you want to do is you want to learn from people that is in a position of where you want to be in your life. I only learn from people who basically have value to offer me. You know what I mean? You don't want to be taking out all of this advice and listening to people about, certain success goals or achievement, and they never really achieved anything that you're trying to achieve. I mean, that to me, that don't make sense. You want to be following people. You want to be listening to people and taking advice from people who are in the position that you want to ultimately be in the future in your own life. So that's what I do. You know, I follow people who have something to offer me, who have value, and who can better me, and can basically, you know, maybe cut off my learning curve on whatever journey that I'm traveling at the time. Cut out all of um, cut out all of the noise. I'll say that. Cut out all the noise. Cut out all of the trash and head trash. And when I say head trash, I'm talking about all the negativity, um, and basically all of the doubting thoughts that may arise in your mind. Cut out all of that head trash and cut out all of the noise as far as, you know, people who want to offer their advice and they really don't have they really don't have anything to offer you. So, yeah, man, be true to yourself. What I've learned, as far as being true to myself is, um, I'm just more powerful. You know what I mean? I get more done. I can stay a bit more focused, which is a major key, is staying focused. And I feel like that, you know, if you have the ability to stay focused and keep pushing forward on whatever you're trying to achieve and not allow anything outside of your own little zone of success, you can pretty much get anything done. Because I know I've mentioned this before, but one of the main things that people struggle with as far as productivity and reaching success and getting things done is, you know, distractions and things of that nature. You want to focus on what you need to focus on. Whatever you're focusing on at the time, it needs to be 100%, when you're trying to be productive. I'll say that. So when you're trying to be productive and you're focusing on whatever you're focusing on, it needs to be 100%, in accordance to whatever you're trying to achieve. So don't allow any other type of distractions to you know, deter you from what you're trying to get done. So you want to, like, what I do a lot is I cut out a lot of, you know, the YouTube channels that I follow. I really don't watch a lot of you know, TV. If I'm watching TV, or not even really TV, because nowadays I don't know if you guys have have heard of this thing called YouTube, but YouTube has literally taken over the world, right along with Google and, you know, Amazon and other things of that nature. But what you want to do is you want to you want to, you know, just focus on just people that is going to, you know, push you towards your goal. You know what I mean? Like I was saying before, when I'm watching, you know, I don't watch TV, but what I'm watching on a screen, is a lot of YouTube videos, and they're full of value. They're probably a video that's going to help me get to where I'm trying to go, or give me some knowledge or some information that's going to help me in the future. So I really don't focus on I really don't like just watch like TV. I don't watch TV shows. I don't watch you know, in the past I used to watch a lot of, you know, basketball and sports and stuff like that. I really don't even watch a lot of sports. I definitely don't watch news. If I do watch news, it might be something, you know, catered towards, like, you know, like financial news or something like that. Like I'm not watching just you know, your regular, you know, news. You know what I mean? Because me personally, I know that the regular news is built around, um, they're basically just feeding you information that they want you to know. And 99.99.99% of that is all negativity. It's all bad. It's not going to serve me in any way. And that's, you know what, I want to mention that, like, what I, you know, as I'm, you know, moving, as I'm growing as a person, as I'm um on this whole self-development journey, or whatever you want to call it, just life journey. What I'm starting to realize now is I have this thought a lot about things that I decide to put my time into, and I always ask myself. I find myself asking myself this question a lot, and the question is this serving me? Is this going to help me? I mean, it's that simple. Is this going to help me? When I say is it serving me or is it going to help me, I'm talking about, and is it going to improve me in any way? Is it going to help me achieve my goal? Is it going to help me grow? Is it going to help me, be smarter? Is it going to help me in any way? Is it giving me any value? And I'm telling you, like, I'm really just cutting out all of the fat on the meat. You know what I mean? I'm cutting it all out, and I want to get straight to the source. You know what I mean? I don't have time to be dibbling and dabbling around with all of this, with basically too much entertainment and things that's not serving me. You know what I mean? And I find myself thinking that a lot. Like sometimes I do get caught up, and I may catch myself watching, like a YouTube video about some gossip or something. And, I'll get caught, because you can get caught real quick on YouTube watching one of them videos. And next thing you know, you look up, it's 45 minutes later, and you just wasted 45 minutes of your life. And it's like, did that serve me at all? Like, did that help me in any way? And, and that's what I do. I always ask myself, is this helping me? If I find myself watching some type of, bullcrap video, I'll ask myself, is this helping me? And then I'll immediately cut it off. You know what I mean? And, it's just, that's just where I'm at right now in my life, If it's not serving me, if it's not helping me, if it's not pushing me towards a goal, or it's not, if it's just not giving me any type of value in any type of way, and that's, and as far as being productive, then I'm just not even going to indulge in it. And that's how I'm treating a lot of my time and a lot of the things that I, decide to put my time into. And I encourage you guys to too. If you're really trying to be a bit more productive and you really want to use your time as efficient as possible, you probably want to cut out a lot of the stuff that, just basically all of the meaningless things that you're putting your time into. A lot of your time is being wasted by things that's not serving you at all. So I encourage you to ask yourself that before you indulge in anything. Is this going to help me in any way? That's literally the question I always be thinking. Is this helping me? Is this going to help me in any way? If not, I don't even bother with it, because it's a waste of time. But I know I'm rambling a bit, but I mean, there's really no topic for this episode. I really just wanted just to talk to you guys. I really wanted to solidify time for this podcast, man. Like I said again, I know I've been a bit sporadic with these episodes, but I finally decided to sit down and lock down the time. I am a busy man. I do have my hand. I have my hat in a lot of different things that I'm doing, but there's one thing that I've been consistent with, and that's just podcast. That's Rebel to Succeed. There's a lot of things that I had my mind set on, and I kind of just cut it off because I feel a bit more connected with my listeners. I feel a bit more connected. I just feel I feel a bit more connected, as far as my podcast listeners, and I want to continue to give you guys, a lot of value and share my knowledge and the things that I learned in my life. That's what this podcast is really built around. It's just me sharing my, the things that I learned in my life. I can't get any more realer than that. You know what I mean? I'm not painting myself as this guru, as this person that knows it all. I am not that by 100%. I am, just like everybody else, just like every listener, whoever listens to my podcast, I'm just like you. I'm just a guy that just, records, I guess you could call it conversations with himself. Cause that's how it can feel sometimes when you having a podcast, solo podcast. I don't have any co-host or anything. I just pull out, my equipment, and then I start talking and sharing, putting, just putting my heart on the sleeve and just sharing my thoughts and my knowledge and my feelings and things that I feel like can help you. Because again, here at Rebel to Succeed, we're all about reaching everybody by exercising love. That's the number one way I feel like I can just help people, is just to share my thoughts, give some advice. And if it touches somebody, if it helps somebody and serve them in any way and give them some value, then my job is done. So that's what I do. I just share my thoughts, share my advice, and, just try to reach everybody by exercising love with this podcast. So this, I intend on, I intend on doing this for a very long time, and I don't feel like, I'm really, I love what I do. I love this podcast. I love putting out information for you guys. I love, talking with you guys. I feel like it's just like like a conversation I had with you guys. So, hopefully you guys are getting value from these episodes. Hopefully you guys are learning some things, or, can relate to some of the things that I talk about. And, hopefully you guys are hopefully I'm making a difference in you guys' lives by this podcast, by the information I share, and hopefully I'm improving your lives in some type of way. So, I'm going to continue to do it. I'm gonna continue to do it. I'm gonna continue to push out this information and continue to do these episodes for you guys. So yeah, if you like this episode, don't be afraid to subscribe to this podcast. I'm going to continue just to put information like this out. Continue to share my journey in life. Things that I've learned. And then, you can also visit my website whenever I have a blog, rebeltosucceed.com. That's Rebel, the number 2, succeed.com. I write about information that I learned on my blog, on my website. I also have like a YouTube channel, but I originally had the YouTube channel to where I was putting out videos, but it was taking up too much of my time. That's just to be quite frank with you guys. I didn't have the time to juggle all of them things. You know what I mean? But the number one thing that I am committed to is the podcast, though. I want to continue to put out the podcast information, and I know I can be a bit more consistent with that instead of me putting out videos and the blog posts. The meat of it is this podcast that like I said, I feel a bit more connected with the podcast and my listeners. So, but on my YouTube channel, it's just basically a video version of my podcast. And when I say video version, it's just static. It's just a static image on a YouTube video, and you're gonna hear me talking, like I am now. If you were to go to like iTunes or whatever podcast platform. So yeah, again, like I said, I'm catering everything towards my podcast. This is my baby. I love you guys. I feel connected with you guys. Hopefully you guys are, like I said, getting value from this information. And another thing, man, I want you guys to, I really would like to, have some type of communication between you guys, somehow, some way, because sometimes you can feel like you're just talking to nobody when you do these episodes. You know what I mean? Because it's just a voice. I don't have any time. I can't see anybody. I can't hear anybody talking back. I'm just talking. So if you guys can leave some type of comments, or go on you can go on my social media platforms, and you can let me know if you guys are receiving the information, if you guys like it, if you would like for me to share some information about a specific topic. You can go on my social media. I'm Rebel to Succeed everywhere. That's Instagram, that's Twitter, that's Facebook. You know what I mean? So you can go on the website. You can email me on the website. You can You know what I mean? And, I believe you can leave a comment on my website somewhere. If not, then I'll make it available. But yeah, just basically what I'm saying is just share some feedback. Share some feedback to let me know you guys are liking the information. You guys are receiving it, and it's helping you. So yeah, I appreciate you guys if you could do that for me. But again, I'm gonna continue to rock with you guys. I'm gonna continue to put out, share my knowledge and put out, episodes. Look for an episode every Tuesday. That's gonna be our schedule. And it's your boy Ant from Rebel to Succeed, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I want to thank you for joining me today and listening to this podcast. If you found this episode helpful or valuable in any way, then I encourage you to leave an honest review and subscribe to the Rebel to Succeed podcast for future episodes. To receive more content and value, make sure to visit the Rebel to Succeed website at www.rebeltosucceed.com. And finally, always remember that to succeed in life, you have to reach everyone by exercising love. So make sure to show somebody some love today. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you next time.